Submission. Is that a rule to be his slave or his servant?
Thank you. I'm Carolyn Gibson, and thank you for joining me today. I offer you my tips and advice from my experience of over 50 years of marriage. Now, you may agree or disagree. That's okay, but at least think about it.
What does the Bible really say? It is not good for the man to be alone. I will make a helper suitable for him. The King James Version says, it is not good that the man should be alone. I will make a helpmeet for him. Helpmeet. Now that is not such a hard pill to swallow. I prefer personal assistant, maybe manager. I am his executive secretary. Now the Bible does not indicate that she is some whiny doormat. Proverbs 31 describes the virtues of a noble wife. It becomes obvious that she works, makes her own money, and has authority in her home. In return, her husband praises her, and he is respected among his friends. He is even envied by his friends. Now, there are many passages in the Bible telling the wife to be submissive to her husband. But the Bible also says the husband is to love and protect his wife as his own body. Submission does not mean following your husband blindly without asking questions. I do advocate expressing your opinion and discussing the issue. But as in any partnership, one of you has the final say, which biblically is him. Now, as a young wife, I did embrace it wholeheartedly in my early years. And of course, early in my marriage, there was a test. My husband was raised within a single mother family with 4 sisters. He was the only boy. His mother was strong-willed, had a house full of emotional, hormonal teenage girls, and as you can imagine, he endured their hormonal outbursts, and he was really bossed around a lot. He was so amazed at my submission, he had to show me off to his brother-in-law. He had me make a pitcher of tea, and of course, here in the South, that means iced sweet tea. He tasted the tea for my brother-in-law and said that it did not taste right and had me make another pitcher of tea. After about 5 times, I told him I could do this all night, but it was costing us money every time I poured out the pitcher of tea and made a new one. Now, I did mention that this was very early in my marriage. We need the grace and wisdom from God to find a balance. Men, don't we just love them? But sometimes they just push our buttons. Then submission is taken to a whole new level. Without the grace of God, maybe impossible. The perfect wife would calmly advise her husband that he is being inconsiderate and is pushing her buttons. Too often, instead, we explode. It happens to us all. Don't let it fester. Don't pout. Be quick to make up. Remember, love keeps no record of wrongs. Do not take it to bed with you. Do not let the sun go down while you are still angry. Now, submission does not mean that you do everything, that you are everything. If I am too perfect, if I can do everything myself, he thinks, why does she even need me? I start thinking, why do I need him? I then become haughty and proud. I willingly let him be my leader. Continue to let him open doors for you. Let him be a gentleman. Let him be your protector and guardian. It may seem unfair at times, and submission is easier from some than others. Submission may be hard at some times, and sometimes you may fail altogether, but a blessed and peaceful marriage will be worth the cost. Thank you so much for joining me today. And do you agree with me? Do you disagree? What is the hardest problem you have being submissive to your husband? And if you like what I have to say, subscribe to my channel. like it. Now, this is based on my book, How to Be a Good Wife, Secrets to a Happy Marriage, on Amazon, and I'll leave you a link to it on the description area. And may the Lord bless you abundantly.